Also, family and friends, welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint, where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth because it's our lives. And personally, I encourage you to enjoy your life wherever you are. You have the power to change your situation. Your life remain unchangeable, but you have power to change your conditions, your situation, or whatever you are going through. No condition is permanent because you are permanent. Okay. Today I'm sharing with us what I titled Reasonable Doubt. It's gonna be very powerful, and I want you to pay attention. You know, think for yourself so that your brain can function well. Don't let anybody think for you. Don't believe anything. Dare to know everything. As I used to say, anyone that tell you can know it all is enemy of truth. You can know it all if you dare to know it all. There's nothing that is above you. They said, oh, what you don't know is above you. It's a lie. What you don't know is begging for you to know it. So dare to know. Reasonable doubt. My reason for spreading, taking time and spreading the knowledge of factual truth. I've been saying this. Let me say it again. The reason why I'm doing that is to provoke our people. Not all the people, but our people to think for themselves and doubt their faith and beliefs, which can lead them to what? To awakening and freedom. Because you have to wake up first so that you can rise up. Then rise up to fight for your freedom. If you don't wake up, you will be among the happy slaves, doing everything knowingly and unknowingly to satisfy or to fulfill the desires of the slave master. So I'm provoking you. That's why, you know, daily I try to find certain words that will provoke our people. But Facebook blocking me or other social media, you know, they call truth hate speech these days. So when they said, "Oh no, you hate your people," hate it, that means you're telling them the truth. They want you to just join the crowd and begin to recycle old ways of living that people made up, as if your brain is not working like their own. You have brain like they do. So whatever culture, whatever tradition, whatever belief system they establish, including factual truth, you can develop it. You can change it. You can destroy it. You have that power. I made one post earlier. I said, our ancestors are not here, but we are here and we are above God. Until you begin to reason like that, until you see yourself as above God, you will remain like any other person, continuing like I said, recycling the old way of living. The only thing they try to find new words to put there is that's why they keep revising their book. See, they keep changing the words because they know words get outdated. So if words get outdated, so also is anything that people establish with word, like your culture, like your tradition, like your religion, or anything people establish by word, they are not meant to last forever. Okay? See how you speak, that word is gone out. It's not coming back. It can never. It's only in a fairy tale they tell you, oh, the words you spoke come back. It's a lie. You can never reap what you sow. You know what I mean? Okay, let me explain it a little better. Because when they say you reap what you sow. That means if you sow yam, you reap yam. But it's not that particular yam you sow, you reap again. That's why I said you cannot reap what you sow. So sometimes you don't even reap what you sow. Sometimes you reap it bigger. Sometimes you reap it smaller. But it's not that particular one you put there. It's gone. It can never come back. It don't need to come back because naturally that's how it's supposed to be. And you keep speaking, keep speaking. You are above your words. You are above your thoughts. You are above your actions. But belief system limit you under these three things. They make you believe like your thought is corrupt, your words bullshit, and your actions. Oh no, you will suffer if you do that. I'm thinking, say, how is it? Let's say you spend many years, you know, saying that if you do this thing, it will help you, but you have been doing it. It's not helping you, but the thought of if you don't do it for one time or just a moment, it will destroy whatever thing you have been holding before. It's the mindset, the slavery mindset they inculcated in us. And most of us, or let me say, we all have that mentality. We living in that fear. Okay, if they said if you eat granite, right, your life will be better, right? You are eating granite for your life to be better. But it's not getting any better. What are you supposed to do? That's where this type of message is coming to create reasonable doubt. So if they ask you, because you're supposed to see what you believe, you tell me granite can make my life better. I believe you, right? Then I need to see it. That's when I eat that granite and my life is not better, I will never continue with I will trust it. I will maybe they mean their life, not my life. Because what works for you may not work for somebody else. Some people eat vegetables, some people don't need it. You see, some people they say, oh, eat salad, they eat salad, they fall sick. Because their body is not meant for that. I mean, their body did not accept that. So you're supposed to learn to eat what your body or what you accept, what works for you. So stop living in that fear. Okay, the effort you put, to gain something, why are you afraid like you can lose it just like that? No, you cannot just lose it just like that. Because it's the same effort you put in that's supposed to cost you that. But fear will make you even lose it like that and you support it like that. Instead of you to fight, say, no, I'm not losing it. But I'm here and you are here. You must wake up. If not this time, in your next world, when you come back, you will find out, yes, I'm saying the whole truth that you're supposed to embrace. So, welcome to Bible study. But before I go to Bible, let me show what I found out when I searched for the meaning of reasonable doubt. I meet Mr. Google or Mr. and Mrs. Google, and they say reasonable doubt is legal terminology referring to insufficient evidence that prevents a judge or jury from convicting a defendant of a crime. It is the traditional standard of proof that must be exceeded to secure a guilty verdict in a criminal case in a court of law. So when a judge or jury have a reasonable doubt, they will not convict the defendant that committed any crime. But immediately they have, they don't have that doubt. They convict the person. So you see, it says this one is legal terminology. So that's like when you go to court, that's what they say. That's why sometimes you see somebody that committed offense and you find out that person go free. What happened? Why they didn't do this? Why they didn't do? Hey, everybody saw it. They say, okay, the judge or the jury did not have, they had a reasonable doubt. They did not have enough evidence. There is evidence, but it's not enough. You see? But most of you, just one thing you read in the Bible, It covers all your life. You jump in, yeah, that's your God is real. I had experience. You see, one time I was traveling, everybody in the road, all of them died. I survived. That proved there is God. No. My co-worker said, there must be God. Okay. Then I asked him, okay, where is the creator of God? If there must be God, then there must be the creator of God. He said, oh, God is omnipotent. I said, God cannot be omnipotent when you are working to make money. If your God is omnipotent, you won't be working. He'll be providing for you. I'm doing this. He's an educated person, but I'm doing it to sow that reasonable doubt. I want to provoke him. He's not a younger person anymore, but I want to provoke him. But many of them be like, no, I don't want to doubt, because if they say if we doubt, blah 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 blah. I will read it later though. So what is reasonable doubt in simple terms? He said a reasonable doubt is a doubt based upon reason and common sense. The woke nation, are you listening? I know this is talking about you. Based on reason, based on common sense, and it is not based purely on speculation, make believe, persuasion, conviction, opinion. It's based upon reason and common sense. There's no problem common sense cannot solve. You see that problem bothering you, even the family problem. If you can apply common sense, you will solve it. You will solve it. It may arise from a careful and impartial consideration of all the evidence or from lack of evidence. Now, bring the taste of people that believe in the Bible for this. They say they have evidence, but is it enough evidence? What is their evidence? God inspired the Bible. Did any God tell you inspired the Bible? No. God gave us the word. Did any God tell you he gave you the word? No. God loves me. God has been the one providing for me. How about those who don't believe in God, who don't have God, and they are even living better than you? Reasonable doubt. I want you to doubt your faith. I want you to doubt your belief. I want you to doubt your God. You need to be a doubting Thomas and not a Peter. Be a doubting Thomas. That's only way you can bring out the truth. Your religion don't want you to doubt. They hate doubt. Doubt will kill your ignorance. It will kill your fear. It will kill your hope. It will kill your faith. It will kill your love. That's what doubt does. That's why people that want you to be their slave don't want you to doubt them, because when you doubt them, wait. You want me to do that? Do you have two heads? Why should I bow to you and you don't bow to me? We are human beings. It's supposed to be mutual. I bow to you, you bow to me. That's how life goes. It's called balance. But in slavery system, that's where they have kingdom and serfdom. That's where they have kings and slaves. And many of you have accepted them as right way to live. No, it's evil way to live. Refuse to believe without seeing. That is why I am creating the reasonable doubt, for you to stop believing without seeing. It is moronic, it is schizophrenic, it is stupidity for you to believe something, yet you don't dare to see it. That's know it. I ask this question, which will lead me to the Bible, but let me read it from the Bible before I ask that question. Acts of Apostles, chapter 26. Welcome to Bible study. He said, verse 8, that's Paul making his defense after King Agrippa allowed him to make his defense against the leaders of the Jews who were against him because he was against them too. Because when they read the Bible, they tell you that the Jewish people were against Paul. Paul was first against them. Just as the Christians in Africa today telling us to shut up. Why they didn't shut up? They do morning cry, disturb us with crusade, disturb us with seminar, disturb us with all manner of public addressing system, disturbing us when we are asleep, disturbing us when we are awake. But when we want to expose the lie, they say, no, believe what you believe. Leave us to believe what you believe. You didn't leave us. Why people did not leave us to believe what we believe? They have to come and force us to take their systems. But today they want to, oh, okay, no, what peace? You know, we are peace, love one another. No, you have to level the field first before you preach that bullshit. Let them restore everything they stole from Africa. Then we can be loving again. We can be as they want us to be. But you know, none of them talking about reparations, but they're talking about love, about peace. You know, no, we are one human race. No, we are not. So, Paul was making his defense. You know, Paul never existed before. It's a story in the Bible. So I use the story to show you the lies in the stories and to make you to trash them. Okay. Paul talk about what he's preaching is the same promises made to the 12 tribes of Israel. See? So he think when he said that he'll be free. We will kill this guy. You know? So verse 8, Paul say, why should it be thought incredible by you that God raises the dead? Oh man, the first time I heard this place in the Bible, like somehow, was when Archbishop Benson, the host, I was preaching from this. You know, he was a miracle worker, as they say. But I want to say something because I had somebody on Facebook. They share his video. He was saying that what Matthias and Ebuka Obidem are doing. He said Matthias is wrong by saying that there is no true miracle. You know, so the guy said even when he was a Christian, he was performing miracles. Even when he's no longer a Christian, now he's in Ordinana. He's still performing miracles. No, you cannot perform miracle. Miracle is supposed to be the act of the supernatural without your assistance. What happened is this. Those people that claim or testify that they are healed because you prayed, they are lying. They are living by faith. They are testifying by faith. It has been proven. Even with the miracle worker still alive now called Benny Hinn, when was it a like 9-year-old or 12 years old came and testified on the crusade ground, on his crusade ground, that he was blind, but now he can see. So when that guy grew up, now he's a teenager in adulthood, then you know America now it's not like Africa. People will go, okay, what happened? You say you were healed before in a crusade ground by miracle of God. So why are you still blind? He said, no. He just said that because they preached to him that if he can confess it, he will possess it. That's what people that are testifying, those poor ones, so I don't mean the arranged miracles. I've made posts on this about miracles. There's nothing like miracles. Apart from those they pay to come and testify, which you never find, like those they said he was crippled, he healed, he was blind, he got healed. You will never find them in that neighborhood. They are hired to perform. But I mean those people you see every day they are going to church and they are giving testimony. They are lying because there's no such thing as miracle. God is not doing anything. It's the doing of people. They tag the doing of God. They labor to get a job. They say it is God that gave it to them. Today, oh, it's already Monday. So yesterday, Sunday at work, my co-worker, so she was going through her bag. She saw an envelope. She put there, she has forgotten that money is there. If you're handling money, you know it has happened to you. Sometimes you see somebody washing your clothes, say they find money in your pocket. It's not any God. But she was excited that if she find that money, it was like $120. So I was, everybody was, you see, she said, thank you, Father. I said, see. What God did not put the money in your bag. You put the money in the bag. You forgot it. Then because you are doing two jobs and two shifts, so many things occupy your mind. Maybe you wanted to pay cash, but later you pay with your card and you walk away. Don't tell me you never forgot something you want. Even sometimes you hold something on your left hand and you are looking for it all over in your house. It's not God is not doing anything. That you don't know who put something there does not mean it is God. I remember one time I was really high. I went to Nigeria. I ate marijuana with food. I was really high. So some of my mates, age mates came. Man, that day I said, these people don't know that I'm high. And I was feeling like I want to beat up somebody that day. I was holding myself. My woman, no. I tell her everything. So the guy asked me, "You telling me, okay, somebody will come out this thing, God put this thing there?" I said, "Who told you God put that in there? No, God came out and tell you I put it. That you don't know who put it does not mean it is God." And exactly that's what believers are doing. What they don't understand, they say is God's doing or the will of God. Oh, this person, they have been praying everywhere, no healing. They say that's the will of God for the person. So suffer, count it all joy, which I will read later. But think about it. Let me read it with the contemporary English version. Acts chapter 26, verse 8. It says, "Why should any of you doubt that God raises dead to life?" Why should any of you doubt that God raises the dead to life? If you are awakened or woke African, if I ask you this question, you will answer it reasonable because no God has raised the dead anywhere. In your family, you have buried the dead, and the church people came and did the burial and funeral. They didn't raise the dead. This year, all the dead people that died in your town, they are either in the grave already or in the mortuary. And no man of God, no church, no God raised them back to life. So why should any of you doubt that God raises the dead to life? Because your brain is working. If your brain is working, you will not believe that God raises the dead to life because it never happened. It cannot happen. It has not happened. It cannot happen. Yeah, make it a song lyrics. It never happened. It cannot happen. It never happened. It cannot happen. It never happened. It cannot happen. When you make money with this music, make sure you give me my percentage. Okay? Why should any of you doubt that God raises the dead to life? I doubt it because my father died in May this year, 2023, and the whole church they did not raise my father back to life. God did not raise my father back to life. They buried him. The body is there where it's supposed to be in the grave. So why should any of you in my family not doubt that God raises the dead to life when you just buried our father or my father? The same thing goes to all Christians. I see where they made post today. Somebody, I know the family very well, it's on a family. A man that is 48 years old, I'm way older than him. But they just buried, he just died. They said they will do funeral January 2024. But the family will go for Christmas, saying God has been doing good. They go to church for Thanksgiving. Can God raise the dead? If God cannot raise the dead, it's because God does not exist. If God exists, He will raise the dead. Mm. So I ask you that question. You Christian, you Muslim, you Jew, you believer, you spiritualist, you religious person, can your God raise the dead to life? Can your God raise the dead to life? You say yes. Prove it. The Bible says, What is his name again? Lazarus died. After 3 days, he was raised back to life. It's a lie. And if you are from my tribe, okay, let me say, if you are from Africa, the way we bury the dead, we don't put them in the tomb. No, we dig 6 feet, 6 feet, put the body there and cover it up again. And you tell me your God can raise the dead that is buried? Jesus in the Bible was not buried. According to the Bible, he was placed in a tomb, that's in a room like this. He was never buried. Once they dig ground and bury that body, there's no power that can raise that body to life. Hmm? Think, my people. Because it's when you think, you begin to doubt those lies you have been believing and celebrating as the truth. They keep asking me this question anywhere I said I used to be a pastor, but now I'm no longer. After I found out the truth, they said, who made you change your mind? I say it's not who. Right from beginning, right from my childhood, I've been going after the truth. My parents born me in Anglican church. But because I was seeking the truth, they say, oh, you must be born again with the evidence of speaking in tongues for you to be make heaven. I left Anglican church, Pentecostal, womb. And today, both Anglican and Catholic, they are following Pentecostal today. Because Pentecostal came in like a wildfire from America to South Africa, from South Africa to all the Africa today. Pentecostal. Even Catholic churches has become Pentecostal. It is impossible for any God to raise the dead to life. It can never happen. Oh, how about my uncle? I'll talk about the death of my father, but let me talk about the death and the life of my uncle. When he was alive, we are cool. Even when I renovated one room, when I was in Alaba International at that time, I made little money. He came, he sat on my chair too, as I used to sit on his chair. He was a rich man. This man was an elder in Grace of God Church, Onitsha. He lived in Oboko, the Grace of God there, but when they are doing even things or raising money in their headquarters, which was that time in I think is it New Market Road or Old Market Road before they opened the Tretre and moved down to Nsugbe area. He is one of the people that must be invited for fundraising. Anytime when Grace of God is doing their launch, their convention, those the time that all the branches will come together. He was among the rich ones. When he died, I was the one, his sister here, my aunt, sent money directly to make sure everything about his burial. I was the one that bought the coffin used to bury him. I was the one that invited the man of God that ministers. He's a man from Umuchutu, but he's the head of either district of Grace of God in Onitsha, Fego Onitsha. The Grace of God in Fego Onitsha, he's the one pastoring it that time. So he was a reverend. He came and performed. I was there. Then you saw the video I shared when I went there last time I went to Nigeria. The place, the great house this man built is like abandoned. You can check it on my wall. And on it, I say that the life of my late uncle is my guide. I know the reason why I say that. Why? Because anytime, like either my mom or his sibling, like my aunt, if they come up with, what to achieve, what I say, remember Christopher. Where is Christopher now? He was a rich man, a religious man, dedicated. He don't play with church. He donate and all that. They kill him. They shot him. He died. God did not save him. Now go to his family today, scattered. God did not save him. How about Jesus? Jesus did not save him. How about the church? Now I'm talking about his surviving family. Where is God? Where is Jesus? Where is church? But do you think his surviving family members, or his siblings, do you think they will think in that direction? Where is this God? Christopher was an elder in the Grace of God Pentecostal church. They speak in tongues. They perform miracles. They tell you mighty things or mighty things God can do. But he was shot, rushed to the hospital, pronounced dead, buried. God did not raise him back to life, at least as an elder. This God is evil. Church is evil. You that is still going to church, that church is evil. The day you will know that church is evil will be over your dead body. Where after you are buried, they will leave your family. How about Osinachi? Going about singing, all that bullshit. Look at her family now. Her innocent husband has been dealt with by the church or by the Christians in Nigeria. Mm. God, Jesus, under the church, abandoned Christopher, abandoned his family. At least all the money this man invested in grace of God, they, they would have at least continued to make sure his family continue running well. They abandoned them. The houses he bought, they have sold almost. I don't know whether they have sold all of them now, or maybe some still remain. But I went to the village, went there, the house, the fallen. It is even people from outside our town that they rented that place to. But he got like, will I say, yeah, step brothers and step sisters. Why is none of them living in that compound? God abandoned that compound. The religion abandoned, the church abandoned that compound. That's one of the reasons when they ask me to build upstairs, I say, I'm not. I build downstairs. Mm-hmm. Go and see the house he built. Even the gate, everything he used there was solid. But where is he now? Gone. But they want us to, don't worry, keep worshiping him. Are you telling me his wife is no longer worshiping God or his children? But I think one of his children, the way he commented on my post, I know, Ike, I know he's gonna, because he's kind of like me. He's not the one you will just put inside your pocket, no. Although he's not the firstborn, but do I? Kind of. Hmm? Go to his house now and see for yourself. It's not hearsay. It's not a story I find in the Bible or somewhere else. No, I have similar stories surrounding me. One of my aunts, so religious. Whew. But she has buried how many of her children? What do you think she will tell you? Oh, it is God's will, blah, blah. God knows why it happened, blah, blah, blah. But every night and day, she's praying, worshiping God, going to church, doing all that. These are the people I want to create that reasonable doubt in them. And that's why I'm living my life the way I'm living it. She used to know me as somebody, when I walk in, I say, I don't care about what Satan and the world is saying when I was a minister. But now when I walk in, I say, come on, trust. Like, you mentioned God. Say, fuck God. God is useless. He can't do nothing. And they are wishing for something to happen to prove there is God. It can never happen, because I know, not that I believe, I know there is no God. I'm not an atheist. I am the woke African. I know I'm above God. So belief system hates doubt. Let me walk you again through the Bible. From the very dear Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Mark chapter 11. I can even go back like this on the same Mark, and you see many places. Those things Jesus says are bullshit. Can never happen. 11. Take now. Jesus told his disciples, verse 22, have faith in God. Talk is cheap, as they say. It is easier said than done. You say have faith in God. What is faith? Blind trust. Why should I have blind trust? You're supposed to say know God, not have faith in God, not believe in God. Verse 23, if you have faith in God and don't doubt. You can tell this mountain to get up and jump into the sea, and it will happen. Is it true? If you're a believer, why can't you doubt this? You're telling me if I have faith in God and don't doubt, just believe, then I can tell this physical mountain is not a spiritual mountain, because he was talking about from when he caused a tree. It was not a spiritual cause, and it was not a spiritual tree. It was a carnal tree, and they said the following day they saw the tree wither. Okay, so he said, this thing I do to the tree, you can even do it to the mountain. Mm, 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 mm. He said, if you don't doubt, it will happen. Everything, verse 24, everything you ask for in prayer will be yours. Not everything you ask in prayer and work for it, because the church now is preaching against the words of Jesus in the Bible. Jesus never said pray and walk. No, he said pray and believe. That's what he said. If you pray and believe, it will be yours. That's what Jesus taught in the Bible. But Christianity or Christians has changed it to pray and walk. He said, watch and pray that you fall not. He never say walk and pray. He never say pray and walk. No. If your prayer need your walk, you are wasted your time praying. Spend that time you are using in prayer for work. Walk for yourself. Build your house. Do your thing. No God can do those things or anything for you. Say everything you ask for in prayer will be yours if you only have faith. This is the word of Jesus Christ that no pastor today will agree with. They will tell you, no, that's not what he means. You're taking it out of context. It doesn't work that way. You stupid, it's plain. I don't need to interpret it. Everything you ask for in prayer will be yours. So for those of you that pray for new car before you enter 2023, December is approaching. Have you received it? It's supposed to be yours. You're not supposed to buy it. You're not supposed to work towards it. You're not supposed to save towards it. He said, if you pray for it, it will be yours if you only have faith. Listen, family and friends, if you have a working ears, faith or belief in God that requires your work is a scam. It's not true. Even in John 14, Jesus said, whatever you ask God in his name, he said it will be done. He will do it. He did not say whatever you ask and go and work. Oh, create a platform where God will bless you. It's a lie. And the pastors are using this lie, still using it to rob people because government is corrupt, supporting them. They are dumping the masses down for the government. That's why government is the real God of every religion in this world. Without the government, without the religion, you will never have government. You will never have corrupt government. You will never have it. You see, the African leaders, so long they are using the Bible and the Quran to swear themselves in, there's nothing you can do to them. If you want to deal with them, let them begin to use African powers to swear. African sign, let them swear. Ordinary leave, you bring leave like this, tell them, put your hand there and swear that you will not embezzle money. They will not try it because they know it will work. African theists fear, African Christians, they fear that shrine in their village. That's why they do everything to destroy it, because their prayer cannot do anything. They have to go physically to destroy it. The same way we will physically destroy their church. And we are not turning their church into a factory. Oh no, we will erase it. We don't need their church for anything. We don't need it to stand as a remembrance. No, we erase it from our land as it was before they came. How about Matthew 7, 7 and 8? He said, ask, you shall receive. For whosoever asks receives, not whosoever asks and walk. No, whosoever asks. So all that lie you are telling, I prayed before I go, then when I get there, God will make it happen. It's a lie. If there is God, you pray, you stay in your house, and you will make it happen. If your God is real, like myself, your God have power to convert people. He said the heart of the king is in the heart of God, right? And they turn it to whichever you want. Pray, let your God turn my heart. Let me see. Idiot. It's an idiomatic expression. Heart cannot be turned by anything. Heart don't listen. Heart don't speak. It pumps blood. It's an organ. That's what they tell you. Love the Lord your God with all your heart. God does not exist. These people, listen. Let me read another place. James chapter 1. Oh, yeah. James chapter 1. Let me read from verse 2. Let me read from verse 2. We read to verse 7. He said, my friends, be glad, that's Christians or Bible believers, because there was no Christians when this place was written. He said, my friends, be glad, even if you have a lot of trouble. This is what makes religion deadly. This is why many people kill themselves believing in God. You see that video somebody shared, and I shared it, about a Zimbabwean goalkeeper. He got heart problem. Medical doctors or science have discovered the problem and how to solve it. But he followed his wife to Nigerian man of God, who misled him, believing it's ordinary blood pressure, and he died. If it were in America, they will sue that doctor. I mean that pastor. They will lock him up even too, unless he settle, the way it will sue them. Say, be glad, even if you have a lot of trouble. Is it not what is happening to your poor parents, to your poor people? They have a lot of troubles. They can solve it with their common sense, but they are glad. God is testing their faith. Oh, God knows what they are going through. God will reward them after death. He said, they always claim to know when they don't know they're believers. You'll learn to endure by having your faith tested. You see that? The trials of your faith. God trying your faith. The God that's supposed to know better than you. The God that's supposed to be all powerful. He's now testing your faith. But yet they tell you God does not test anyone with evil. So what does God use test your faith? A pastor lost his entire family in a fire, wife and kids, and the people living with them. He said it was God testing his faith. That's happening in Ghana. God testing his faith. That's why you see Christians, Muslims, you see them suffering and smiling. Fela, a musician in Nigeria, sang with it. Suffering and smiling. That's it. Be glad even if you have a lot of trouble. You'll learn to endure by having your faith tested, but you must learn to endure everything. If God is teaching his children, why are you learning from your suffering? Why are you learning anything from your heart condition? God's supposed to teach you that without suffering you. Just as he stupidly killed his only son and leave his arch enemy, the devil, roaming the street, destroying and deceiving his own children. Silly God. He says, so you must learn to endure everything so you will be completely mature and not lacking in anything impossible. Come on, reasonable doubt is a lie. He said, not lacking in anything. People that pray more lack more. If any of you need wisdom, hear it. You should ask God. Not you should research. Not you should study. Not you should read. Not you should go to school. Hello? You that claim God gives wisdom, why are you going to school? Why do you attend school at all? Why do you still have that diploma? Why do you still have that degree? Why are you still bragging that you went to school? And using it to intimidate your people who are ignorant, because you can't intimidate me no matter your level of education. I bring you to your level, no matter who you are. If any of you need wisdom, you should ask God, and it will be given to you. True or false? False. Doubt it. If God can give wisdom, why are you going to Bible study, Bible school, theological school? If God can give wisdom, let him give you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, so you can enjoy your life without laboring like me. He said, God is generous and won't correct you for asking. Do you hear them? It's not me. Because that's what the ministers of God do today, correcting you for asking. They say, oh, you did not ask by faith. No, what you ask, no, you don't ask, you ask according to the will of God. God is saying anything I ask. So anything is anything. He did not say if it's according to his will. No, he said anything you ask, God won't correct you for asking because God is generous. That's how God's supposed to be. But is God generous when you believers are begging money, when you are taking loan from bank, when you are doing business to put food on your table? Is your God generous? No. Reasonable doubt. But when you ask for something here, you must have faith and not doubt. That, in other words, you must be stupid. When you ask anything from God, be stupid. Don't be wise. Because when you go to do something to make it work, you are now being wise. You are no longer living by faith. If you want to live by faith, when you pray and ask anything from God, you must have faith, not doubt. When you go to work, you have doubt. When you go to beg, you have doubt. When you go to steal, you have doubt. You believers, I'm talking to you. He said, anyone who doubts is like an ocean wave tossed around in a storm. This is why you see them. They don't want to doubt. They don't want to entertain any doubt. And when they hear somebody like me speaking, they resist that voice because they don't want to doubt. They said, if you doubt, you are like an ocean wave tossed around in a storm. And they say, if you are that kind of person, you cannot make up your mind and you surely cannot be trusted. So don't expect the Lord to give you anything at all. Do you hear that? Your doubt can hinder God from answering prayers. So your doubt is above God. The same way they tell you in Isaiah chapter 59 that your sin makes God's hand, shorten God's hand, and deafen God's ears or blind his eyes. It cannot function just because you sin. Your sin is greater than your God. Believers, Christians. If your sin or your doubt can stop God from blessing you, from enriching you, from answering your prayers, that means that your doubt and sin are above God. And you say nobody's above God. Your doubt is above God. Your sin is above God. If you want to see how powerful you are above God, go and have sex. God cannot stop you. He cannot stop you. You want to have sex now? No way. He cannot stop you. That's why they want to create that fear so that you fear and say, no, okay, I don't want to be like somebody that will not receive anything from God. I'm not that. I believe. Yes, Jesus walked on the water. I believe. Jesus already dead. I believe. God fed the whole Israel in the wilderness. I believe. I receive it. I'm not doubting. I receive it. I claim it. I receive it. Stupid people believing in the stupid God and want us to keep mute. This is how I put it. A God that your doubt can hinder from giving you what you ask for in prayer is a scam. That means that God is man-made. That God does not exist. That God is an idol, according to Psalm 115, verse 4 to 8. And anyone who worships that God is like that God. That's why you are not bettering yourself. That's why you are not doing yourself well, because you are like the God you worship. How about Philippians chapter 4, verse 19? He said, my God shall supply all your need. So if your God cannot supply all your need because you have a doubt, that God is man-made. There is nothing that should be able to hinder your God to work for you. especially in your time of need. But the church is functioning like the God they created. When somebody die in your family, they say the person is owing. You have to pay up for them to come and perform. The same way they tell you to pray for God to perform. But the thing is this, you don't need their performance because they are useless. Let me say this in closing. Knowledge creates doubt that demands for tangible proof. Knowledge, directly or indirectly. When I say directly or indirectly, what do I mean? So whether that knowledge is coming from what somebody is saying to you or what you think, that knowledge will create doubt in that demands for tangible proof. Somebody said, I have a new car and I'm selling it for $5. Okay, let me see it. You won't say, okay, take $5. No, you say you want to see it. Knowledge creates doubt that demands for tangible evidence. Here, how it happened in the Bible, Book of John. And when you demand for tangible evidence or proofs, that's where you see faith crumble. You see belief crumble. You see all those anointed ministers of God, all of them crumble because they have no answer. They cannot respond. Jesus began to talk in John chapter 14 from verse 6. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus, that's what Jesus answered. Without me, no one can go to the Father. If you had really known me, you would have known the Father. But from now on, you do know him and you have seen him. Now Philip proved him to be a liar. Jesus lied because Philip, who has been with Jesus, said to Jesus, Lord, show us the Father. That is all we need. We don't need your preaching. We don't need your teaching about your Father. Just show us the Father. That is what reasonable doubt does. Show me. You said there is God. Show me. But you turn around telling me to prove there is no God. You are stupid. I didn't tell you there is God first. I didn't tell you there's no God first. I was believing there is God before as they told me. That's why I can say now there is no God. And I have proven that. Philip, be like Philip. Don't be like Judas who went and killed himself. No, don't kill yourself. Ask question. And if they don't give you answer, walk out. Be like Philip. Philip said, Lord, show us the Father. That is all we need. All we need is to see. Believe without seeing is a lie. It's evil. You need to see what you believe. You can believe anything. I believe I can fly. Okay. Let me see you fly. Let's see. Oh, no, it's a spiritual thing. Then talk to people in spiritual world. I'm not in a spiritual world. I'm in a natural world. So whatever you say, you must prove it. If you can't prove it, shove it in your ass and shut up. Don't talk to me about it. What did Jesus say to Philip? Jesus just behaved like all these pastors because they learned it from Jesus. Jesus replied, Philip, I have been with you for a long time. Don't you know who I am? I know who you are. I know you are the son of Mary. Illegitimate son of Mary. Joseph is not your father. We don't know who your father is. That's why I asked you to show us the Father. That's all we need. Stop blabbing. Jesus said, if you have seen me, you have seen the Father. It's a lie. How can you ask me to show you the Father? Yeah, because my brain is working. That's how I can ask you to show me the Father, because I heard you. I had that knowledge you were sharing, that you have a Father. That means you have knowledge. He exists. So show us the Father. Or is he dead? Hear what he said. Don't you believe? Is here? That's what they want you to believe. They don't want you to know. When you ask questions, they keep saying believe. He said, don't you believe that I am one with the Father and that the Father is one with me? That doesn't make you the Father. If I can see you, I need to see the Father also. So he said, what I say isn't said on my own. The Father who lives in me does these things. It's a lie. Nobody can live in you. Your father cannot live in you, you cannot live in your father. No spirit can possess you. No demon can possess you. No Holy Spirit can possess you. Anyone talking about somebody possessing your spirit, possessing you, is a liar. It's a mad liar. That's it. Yeah, what he said, verse 11. Have faith in me when I say, no, I don't want to have faith in you. I want to know that thing you're talking about. He said, have faith in me when I say that the Father is one with me and that I am one with the Father. Or else, have faith in me simply because of the things that I do. No. The things you do supposed to move me to know, not to believe. And this is what these deceivers today and all over the world are using to deceive you. Have faith when I said, believe what I said. Believe, believe. No, don't believe. Dare to know. Question them. Have that reasonable doubt. They may reject you, but they will regret it later because you are on the side of the factual truth, while they are delusional, and hallucinating. They're on the side of error, lies, and deception. Lies. Listen, I don't want to believe because I need to know. I don't want to believe you. I don't want to have faith in you because I have a working brain. My brain is working. If I'm brain dead, that's only when I can believe you. But I'm not brain dead. My brain is working. I don't want to have faith in you. Believing in someone cannot get any work done. So saying that I should believe because of the work you do, so that I can do the same work you do. He even say it there. He said, greater work than this shall you do. It's a lie. You cannot do it. Try it. Many people have believed in Jesus and tried to do what Jesus said. It never happened. Like people like myself. That's why we had that reasonable doubt and rejected Jesus. No, it's a lie. For many years, I preach it. I practice it, but it's a lie. And you think anybody can come around me now and move me around as if I don't know what I'm saying? You are stupid. I was a pastor for many years, not just going to church, for many years. With knowledge, every work gets done. Do you hear what I just said? With knowledge, you cannot do anything you believe. You can behave it, but you can never achieve it. But with knowledge, you can achieve whatever you think and dare to achieve it, you will achieve it. Even if you fail in it, you'll learn from it and get up and continue until you get it done because you have knowledge. That's why they tell you any man and or any woman armed with knowledge is unfit to be a slave. Because slaves don't use their brain, they use the brain of their slave master, fulfilling the words of their slave master. And with doubt, you can starve your fear. You can starve your faith. You can starve your hope. And above all, you can starve your love. That's God. God is love. Starve it out of your life so you can live well. As usual, I always say, trust God, trust beliefs, trust all this spirituality, religious bullshit, and live humanly. Use your brain so nobody will open shop on your head and telling you bullshit. God said this, God said that. Blah, blah. You see the lie? Ebukobi. He said, Owazirike. Maybe I will make another video for that. You see, Owazirike have stroke. That's God revealed to you. Owazirike, yeah, you have some people you offended. The video is on my wall. Owazirike made his own video. And that's what I'm encouraging all of you. Whatever it is you have found out is a lie, make video of it because believers know how to deny, how to lie, and say, no, it never happened. Do you know, unless, but it's well-known fact that Ebuka arrested Matthias Ezak, right? My co-worker, a woman who is following Ebuka, he said, no, Ebuka did not do that. Did not do that. I will show her this video because anytime she come to work, she work weekends. I will show it to her. But do you think she will consider what I'm saying? No. I know her. But at least I'm sowing that seed of reasonable doubt. According